Okay, Darren here. I may use this video separately or I may use it in conjunction with a series of other videos on a single car because I am on a single car. It is a Mercedes E-Class E350. It is a, what did we say this was, Christian? An 05?
Yeah, an 05.
This is an 05 model. I've got here my helper bee Christian with me today. And we were talking on the way up here, and it's like I tell him that I bring my camera every day because I never know when opportunity presents itself. So, first subject is this information center. And unlike modern day touchscreen devices, this is not a touchscreen, but it does have this screen, and I don't know what the proper term would be, but it actually has manual buttons over here that you use to enter whatever it is you want. So this is bass, treble, we got presets, AM, FM, but you don't touch the screen to do it. Nothing changes by touching the screen. But ironically, when this screen was new, it had a coating on it. And if you look very closely, if you see this corner right up in here, you can still see some of the coating on it. And it's like a bluish tint, and I don't know if it was an anti-glare. My guess is it was some form of anti-glare coating. You can see it up in here. Now, as per a couple of my viewers, thank you very much, I am shooting this in 1080 high definition to really show this, and I'm going to see how this works out. So this is every car, I don't care what you pay for it, and as a rule, you get what you pay for, but every car has its problem children, and every model often has its problem years. You will hear many people say that they will never buy the first year of any new car that comes out because they haven't worked the bugs out. Well, in a lot of ways, that's very true. So this screen is a problem child of this particular model, and how many years it goes into, I have no idea. I just know that I had to deal with it on this car, and because what happens is the coating on this, and like I said, it's probably an anti-glare, started to deteriorate. And then as you clean it, wipe it, you break some of it off, you wipe some of it off, it just starts coming off. Now as a detailer, you know, back 20 years ago, if that would have happened to me and I did not have the experience I have today, I would have gone into panic mode. Now, because I accept that there's certain cars that you can't even clean because they weren't designed to be cleaned. It's like the engineers design these things in a vacuum, just like buttons. I have another video of cleaning the dash where it's like they don't even make them sturdy enough or strong enough to withstand normal day-to-day use, never mind the fact that they actually get dirty. And now how do you clean them as a detailer without breaking the buttons and so forth? Like on some manufacturers, this lettering will actually clean right off, and I don't even have to use a harsh cleaner to do it. So it just seems so unrealistic that the manufacturer doesn't take that into account, you know. And this comes under the category of retaining value. You know, it's called resale value. It's like if your car looks like crap after a few years, what's the resale value going to be like? So there's a few points to be taken away from this as I'm illustrating these points. But as a detailer, I would have panicked. But now I know better, and I can simply talk to my customer and say, hey, that's the nature of the beast. Now, you always have to make a judgment call. As I start cleaning, and I already knew that this was starting to wear off because I could see it before I even started cleaning it. So how do I clean it? Now that I start cleaning it, it starts coming off more. So now it's like, okay, I've made a judgment call in this moment. It's like, you know what? I think I can clean it all the way off. Now it looks far better than having it partially on, partially off. And I did it with window cleaner that had some ammonia to it. And it really just represents a challenge. It's like, oh, wow. You know, you don't want to open the Pandora's box and create a bigger problem for yourself, but yet is there a solution that you can come up with. For me, the solution was simply a microfiber and some cleaning solution, as in the form of window cleaner with some ammonia in it. And I sat here and I just scrubbed this. It did not scratch the underlying screen, but it did remove this top layer of what I believe to be was probably an anti-glare film on it. And my mechanic that specializes in Mercedes actually called me to ask what I did with it, because he had a customer roll in there and he was unsure what to do with it. So rather than just replace it, I said, hey, yeah, you can just clean it off. So that's the first point.